What have doctors said is the precise medical reason for those two freeze-ups?
What Dr. Monahan's report addressed was concerns people might have that some things that happened to me did happen. Well, they didn't. And there's really, I have nothing to add to that. I think you pretty well covered the subject. I'm going to finish my term as leader, and I'm going to finish my Senate term.
Any concern about McConnell's recent freeze-ups?
I saw him on the floor yesterday. Yes, I'm concerned about Mitch. He's my friend. He's my colleague. He's my leader, and I will continue to support him. Apparently, the medical report by the House physician was positive, so I am behind Senator McConnell, continue to do his job, and we'll see where, hopefully medically this gets fixed.
Do you have full support in Leader McConnell? Do you believe that Leader McConnell has been transparent with his health challenges?
Here's what I think about the situation with Senator McConnell. Number one, I'm not fussing at you, but I think these questions would have a lot more credibility if they were asked after you had gone to each of my colleagues on the Democratic side of the aisle in the Senate and had asked them whether they think President Biden ought to step down because of his age and infirmity. Whether it's fair or not, 60 to 70% of the American people, including many Democrats, believe that President Biden has to take a nap before he can finish a sentence. And they believe that oftentimes when he does talk, he sounds as if he's from outer space. Number two, with respect to Senator McConnell, as I said yesterday, the only person in the Milky Way who can make Senator McConnell, or any senator for that matter, resign is Senator McConnell. And I know Senator McConnell well. I think he is fit to continue as majority leader. I see him as sort of the Bill Belichick of politics. Do I think he'll resign? Knowing Mitch as I do, I think he'll resign right about the same time that we see donkeys fly.
Are you concerned about Leader McConnell's health?
Not in the least. I've had a number of discussions with Leader McConnell. We've had the Office of the Attending People would need to know that Dr. Monahan is loved and hated because we dealt with him. You all know that we dealt with him during the COVID protocol, and we were. He is absolutely looking out for the health and wellness of every member. And if he has gone through a protocol that's appropriate for Leader McConnell's condition, I think that should settle the issue. I met with him yesterday. He was on point. I talked to him several times over the recess. He was on point.
In my home state of Missouri, I was asked everywhere I went about Senator McConnell before the most recent incident, and then absolutely afterwards. And I mean everywhere I went. The Missouri State Fair, farmers meetings, business meetings. So my view is that 2024 is an awfully important election for Republicans. We should have taken back the Senate last year. We didn't. This is our shot to take it back, and I just hope we're going to be focused on that.
Do you worry that he's not the right person to bring you guys back to the majority?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I voted against him in December. So, yeah, listen, I voted against him as leader. It's not my choice for leader. It hasn't been, and that hasn't changed.
If he was a seizure, he'd be on certain medications. And so I think it's more than just a kind of, he didn't have a seizure. If he's on subject, there's medicines you take for seizures. As far as I know, he's not on those. So it makes me think that he truly didn't have a seizure. I think New York Times asked some neurologists what they thought, and they said seizures. Well, that's great, but that's like, armchair quarterbacking from far away. You have to speak to the person's doctor, whatever the condition is, and Senator McConnell's doctor says not a seizure as best he can tell.
I'll take it at face value, and yes, and he looked good. He looked like he was feeling very chipper.
Is he still fit to lead the party?
Hey, I think I'm going to only decide on the issues of who should lead based on policy. I think that when it comes into this issue, he declared a good slate,
and had the Senate physician that backed it up, who got opinions from other physicians, so I take that as face value.